Kenya hosted the Madagascar Kenya Horticulture Knowledge Sharing Exchange Workshop aimed at improving agricultural value chains and promoting decent work through South-South and triangular cooperation. The special gathering at Lake Naivasha Resort, Nakuru County, brought together key players from Madagascar and Kenya to exchange ideas, share experiences, and explore the future of horticulture. The goal? To boost agricultural value chains, create jobs, and unlock access to global markets. Supported by the International Labour Organization's South-South and Triangular Cooperation Framework, this knowledge-sharing exchange focused on tackling the challenges both nations face in meeting international export standards, from navigating complex EU regulations to exploring new opportunities. The discussions were both rich and practical.
Permis jusqu'ici de mettre en place un ensemble de réformes.
Notre vision principale, c'est emploi
This is an exchange program between Kenya and Madagascar, and we are trying to learn more from each other in terms of how to promote the horticultural value chain from production level, packaging, meeting EU standards, and so that we can get to know more about how this can be done more effectively in order to promote job creation, especially for the youth in agriculture in both countries.
We had a moment to sit and share different institutes, the county government. We are really grateful for the county government of Nakuru's participation, KEFI's, MSEA from Medium Small Enterprise Authority, Ministry of Labour, and just having a cross-pollination of experiences, cross-pollination of ideas, aspiration on how to empower our communities, particularly the agro-businesses and the entrepreneurship within the agricultural value chain.
Nous sommes venus ici à Kenya dans l'objectif vraiment d'apprendre des expériences kenyans par rapport à l'envoi des produits horticulture à l'étranger, c'est-à-dire à l'exportation des produits horticulture à l'étranger. Nous avons pu voir dans cette première journée que le Kenya est vraiment très avancé dans le cadre d'exportation. Ils envoient des produits horticulture dans près de 152 pays, ce qui veut dire qu'ils sont vraiment très expérimentés et très avancés par rapport à Madagascar. Et c'est vraiment notre attente donc d'accueillir le maximum d'informations, de connaître les défis auxquels ils sont passés et quelles sont les bonnes pratiques pour percer au niveau international.
Kenya, with its booming horticulture sector, shared its success stories from avocado farms to flower fields, giving delegates a real-world look at what works.
Capacity building in terms of testing capacities, in terms of trainings, especially for small-scale farmers who are more into vegetable production. They need a lot of assistance to comply with these issues.
The Madagascans said that they would like to learn more how government authorities such as AFA, such as KEFIS, are doing to try and support the horticultural sector in terms of meeting some of the phytosanitary requirements, some of the requirements of the EU market, so that they can be at par. So what they said, Kenya seems to be much more advanced, and they would like to learn from this expertise and experience.
There has been a lot of discussion around access to finance also. So it's also something that we are learning. We had an opportunity to also engage the EU on Monday to see what kind of technical assistance and support the EU is giving to Kenya to access the EU market. As you know, Kenya has signed an economic partnership agreement with the EU. So some of those questions were also raised. What kind of support is going to the small and medium farmers and the farmers in the informal economy?
The EU directives, like the latest one, EU directive on due diligence, business and human rights, issues to do with maximum residue limits when it comes to pesticides. There are quite a number of regulations that are becoming very difficult, especially for small and medium-sized enterprises to cope. And that's why the issue of capacity building, the issue of certification came up. There's a lot that we can do to support them so that they can cope with these new regulations. We are not saying that they should be relaxed. After all, we are talking about food, and food safety is of critical importance, and compliance. You know, meeting quality standards, having sustainable production, those are things that are going to guarantee entrance into the market. And obviously, we cannot do away with them. It's very important that we continue building their capacities so that they can cope. And we'll be talking to Trademark Africa to see what sort of support we can continue giving to especially new entrants into the market.
The participants visited farms to witness firsthand how production, supply chain management and export processes integrate to meet international demands. The first stop was VegPro, where they learned about avocado and fresh vegetable exports.
This year was our second year of harvesting, and we managed to do over 1 million tons of fruit and exported all of it.
Really, the government needs to do something, especially, for example, the FPIC and all these other organizations that are tasked with getting markets for farmers. They really need to work more in connecting farmers to markets out there. Because yes, we can produce so many things in the country, but the challenge is there in getting reliable markets out there.
We go through around 12-13 audits every year, and every audit will focus on labor. So labor is very key. Later,
the team toured Panda Flowers, where they explored the impressive activities taking place at the farm.
This is white cream. Tomorrow they can request white snow. We have to uproot this one and get what the market wants. So the demand will dictate on which variety you are going to keep.
We've been exporting flowers for about 25 years. And the next thing we diversified into is a plant nursery, Plantech Kenya Limited. We produce for the local and export markets. The fourth project we looked at is a textile business. We are a cut and make facility for training the women to learn new skills. And the fourth is a freeze drying operation. We're going to be freeze drying fruits, herbs, and vegetables.
We came up with a technology that is called freeze dry, which is a technology that you can put fresh produce inside a vacuum chamber. It removes all the water from that product, and it preserves it up to 25 years.
But this exchange was more than just business. A strong emphasis was placed on empowering youth and women, recognizing their role as key players in agriculture's sustainable future.
Both countries have a very youthful population. Both countries are agricultural, and there are opportunities to integrate small and medium-sized enterprises, cooperatives, into the global value chain of fruits and vegetables.
Through workshops and hands-on learning, participants identified challenges, explored opportunities, and created actionable plans to build resilience in the industry.
It has been a good week. It has been a week of learning, identifying opportunities. Most of us have left thinking a thing or two they can go back home and trying to do.
And it wasn't all work. After 4 days of knowledge sharing, the event wrapped up with a lively gala dinner celebrating Kenyan and Malagasy cultures. Traditional dances and performances brought the evening to life, marking the spirit of collaboration and unity. This exchange is just the beginning. The partnership between Kenya, Madagascar and the international allies has set the stage for deeper cooperation. In early 2025, Kenyan delegates will travel to Madagascar to continue the learning exchange with exciting new opportunities on the horizon. It's a story of growth, partnership, and the promise of a brighter, more sustainable agricultural future.